more pale when a shade called China White matches your skin tone.
Hello, what is up, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going over the Beauty Killer palette. I am so excited to have this in my hands. I did order this at the very first launch on jeffreestarcosmetics.com. I wanted to take the time to play with it. I have officially used every single shade on my eyeballs so that I could give you the best review possible. So I really hope this helps you out. I do have some swatches to go along with this review. I will have all of these swatches together at the end of the video, so if you don't really care about my thoughts or feelings on the palette itself, I will, put a little timestamp right here of where you can fast forward and just get to the pretty colors. To start out, there are 10 shades in this palette, 3 different formulas. There is the matte formula, the frost formula, and the glitter formula. There are 4 mattes, 3 frosts, and 3 glitters. The mattes are by far my favorite formula in this palette. They pretty much blend effortlessly. You put them on your lid and just whoosh, gorgeous. Vanity, Star Power, China White, and Courtney are the matte shades. You will see these in just a moment. The frost shades are Princess, Violence, and Confession. And the glitter shades are Rich Bitch, Expensive, and Black Rainbow. So I'm gonna start off and talk about these one by one. Is a gorgeous neon, bright, in-your-face, hot pink. I absolutely love this color. It is one of my favorites in the palette. It is one of the mattes that just blends so beautifully. You slap it on. Honestly, this could be a one-color eyeshadow look for me. Slap it on the lids, blend it out into the crease into a nice lighter pink, and it's just gonna be gorgeous. It is one of the harder mattes. It's not as soft in the pan, but that's not to say it is rock hard at all. It is still smooth. I just wouldn't necessarily call it creamy. I would say more velvety feeling than anything. It is very high pigmented. However, if you leave it on your eyes too long without using a base, it can stain your eyelids. Is a beautiful light pinky-ish with a little bit of purple frost shade. It is a beautiful inner corner highlight, or it is also a gorgeous all over lid color if you are a fairer skin tone person like myself. It is very soft and buttery in the pan. You do not need a base with this shadow. This is one of the more subtle shades that I feel like everybody can find a use for. How long have I had this pink spot on my forehead?
Why didn't you tell me, guys?
This is a frost shade. It's very hard to explain. It has like almost this duochrome to it. It is purple, yet with a pink undertone. It kind of reminds me of Jilted from the Urban Decay palette. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous shade. It's going to be gorgeous in the crease, but this would also make for a beautiful smoky eye. I personally used it in the crease when I did use it, so I have not used it all over the lid yet, but I can see it being very versatile in being either a crease shade to deepen up the crease, to use on the eyelid, whatever your look may be that you're going for. One of the glitter shades. I have found that the 3 glitter shades are all very different, and I will, explain the qualities of each one once I get to them, but Rich Bitch is pure glitter. There's no real base to it. It is just gold metallic glitter. It is gorgeous, gorgeous. It is what I have on my eyelids right now, and there's really nothing to say. It is gorgeous, luxurious, very smooth in the pan. Is the perfect matte transition shade. It is a warm peachy nude. It is darker than my go-to transition shade from Makeup Geek, which is Peach Smoothie, though it is in the same family. It's just a couple shades darker. You can also see this being a great all-over base shade for tanner skin tones, those who can't use very pale like the Soft Ochre Paint Pot and Painterly and all that stuff. Just a skin tone eyeshadow that would work for them. This matte shade is very soft in the pan, very buttery and almost creamy feeling. This one kind of reminds me of the Kat Von D eyeshadows in the Shade and Light palette, just very smooth, but since there is so much pigment, if you have fallout, it's going to be dramatic. It is super pigmented. Again, tap off the excess. Expensive is a satin blue eyeshadow with micro blue shimmer. I'm not sure. I think it's just the eyeshadow brushes that I personally have. I do not have very many eyeshadow brushes. I tried to play with what I did have. The eyeshadow brush that I have is not very good at picking up these types of shadows. I noticed that whenever I used it with my Urban Decay palette as well. But for me personally, the brushes that I have did not lay down the base shade like I would like. So with Expensive, I personally have to use a white base. I use NYX Milk Jumbo Eye Pencil for that. And that helps leave the base behind and the glitter. Or else if I don't, I was just having the glitter on my eyelid with no real base to it. I'm wearing Expensive on the lower
waterline.
On the, oh my gosh. On the lower lash line, not in the waterline, that's ColourPop. Everything else is Jeffree Star. But I did smudge a little bit of white underneath, blended it out, and then patted the blue on top, and I thought it looked good. I don't know, I kind of wish that I would have just kept it with a gold neutral smoky and done it that way, but oh well, you live and you learn. I'm not saying that I don't like the color, just that I don't know if the blue really goes with the gold. What do you think? Let me know. Confession is my absolute favorite color in the entire palette. It is one of the Frost shades. It is a burnt maroony, just gorgeous color. It kind of reminds me of jewels. It's not really even a jewel tone, but it gives me that, you know, luxurious, expensive type feel to it. I used it in the crease today. I've actually used it in the crease a couple times since I have gotten this palette. I think I've used it in all but one look I have done using this palette because I love it that much. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna find a way to use this. Okay. It is gorgeous on its own. It's rusty. Rusty is a color I would use to describe it. It's gorgeous on its own, but I think it is beautiful over a black base. And yeah, very buttery, creamy, velvety. Definitely my favorite color in the palette. Except for one, and we're coming up to it very soon. Vanity is a beautiful matte. Like Star Power, it is a little harder in the pan, but it is not chalky or unpigmented or anything. Oh my lord, this is probably one of the most pigmented shades in the palette. It is a darkened browny plum color. It is almost black, but it is definitely purple. It definitely has that plum in there. It is very, very dark. I used it again in the crease, deepened up the outer corner. There are no words, it is just beautiful. You're gonna have to see it for yourself. Now, my 100% all-time favorite. I know I said that Confession was my favorite, but this is a shade that I think I will get the most use out of, and I mean, Jeffree, I'm serious, I need like a single of this shadow. China White is my perfect base shadow. You know you are pale when a shade called China White matches your skin tone. On his videos, it looked like a very bright white, so I was thinking, oh great, it's gonna be a wonderful highlight shade. Little did I know it would become my favorite base eyeshadow. I have used it, even when I haven't used the Jeffree Star palette, I have broken it out for China White to use it as my base. It is more of a matte eggshell color. Again, it's like the color of my skin, and I love it, and it's beautiful. So Jeffree, please come out with singles so I don't have to rebuy this palette whenever I inevitably run out. And sadly, we are on the last shade in this palette, but it is by no means the worst shade. We did not save the least for last for least. The saying is best for last. Yeah, that's what the saying is. Anyways, Black Rainbow is a gorgeous glittery shade. I don't know if you just saw a reflection across my face. I'm sorry if you did. It is a matte black with tons of micro glitter in it that is just beautiful. You've got pinky, you've got yellow, you've got blue, you've got purple. Just, oh my gosh, it's stunning. I used a little bit of it to deepen up the very outer corner today, but I can't wait to slap it all over my lids because that glitter is just calling my name. So yeah, this shade does not need any kind of base. It is just beautiful. So again, with the glitters, there was the variation. Rich Bitch was just a metallic glitter. There was no real base. Expensive had a satin base with the micro glitter, and Black Rainbow has the matte black base with the micro glitter. So the formulas of those are all different, even though they are categorized as the same formula glitter. I just wanted to let y'all know that. So I hope this review was all-inclusive. I hope I gave you an idea of what to look for in this palette. Let me know if you have gotten it or if you have decided to get it because of my review. I don't know. Tell me your thoughts. What did you think of this palette if you have gotten it down below? And have you subscribed yet? Have you? I'll wait. Okay, did you do it? Thank you all so very much for watching. You are all so beautiful, and I will see you next time. Bye.